It's time for Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather, brought to you by Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Here's your host, meteorologist Abby Dyer.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Friday. We've made it. It's September 26th. We are waking up with a bit of patchy fog out there this morning. Temperatures generally in the low to mid 50s, so very comfortable, nice and cool out early on. May want to add a jacket to the kids as you send them out the door this morning, but they won't need it for long. Temperatures and the fog are going to warm up very quickly. And that means we'll see the sunshine take over and it'll end up being a very nice day in the Ozarks. Great way to end the work week, especially after all of the rain that we had earlier this week. The hot temperatures from last week, we're finally starting to see some typical fall weather for this time of the year. Late September can often still be quite warm with numbers in the 80s, and that's exactly the type of weather that we're heading into as we move into the weekend forecast. If you don't have outdoor plans already this weekend, might I suggest that you make some? It's looking great in the forecast. We have temperatures that are starting out in the 50s, as I mentioned. We're easily in the low 70s by the lunch hour. I have low 80s for highs today with plenty of sunshine. You will want the sunglasses today and keep them around because there will be plenty, ample sunshine to grace us with its presence as we head all through the weekend forecast. I mentioned that potential for patchy fog this morning. There will be spots that see visibility less than a half mile, low-lying areas, places that are prone to seeing some fog, or places that had a whole lot of rainfall the last couple of days. You are likely to have some visibility issues early this morning, so you may want to plan just a couple extra minutes on that morning drive. Otherwise, high pressure. Yeah, it's what's in control, and it's going to lead to the sunshine burning that fog off very quickly today. We're going to hold on to the sunny sky in the forecast all through the day today. Low 80s are expected in my forecast, and also because of that high pressure, we will see a very light breeze in the forecast. Variable at times, and mid 80s are going to join us as we head into Saturday and Sunday. Numbers inching upward just 2 or 3 degrees every day, but that may end up making it feel kind of hot by the end of the weekend. Temperatures about 85 by Sunday, and I think we stay in those middle 80s as we head into the first part of next week. If you like the cooler numbers, you'll enjoy the mornings and the evenings because each night temperatures will be falling back into the mid 50s. So we do have some cooler air in the forecast. Just get outside in the morning or in the evening if you don't want to quite sweat through those mid 80s. This pattern looks to hold through at least the middle of next week. In fact, the long range forecast is kind of outlooking this warmer and drier period for us once again. When we look at the extended weather maps, we're talking August 2nd through the 8th. Looks like above average temperatures and below normal precip are going to grace us for at least the next 2 weeks. And typically, this time of the year, we see our highs in the mid 70s. Our numbers running in the 80s does put us slightly above average. So, today, talking about a high temperature of 81 degrees in Springfield. Overnight, we're back to about 53. Sets us up for a beautiful day on Saturday. Once again, it will be mostly sunny with middle 80s in the forecast. By Sunday, we've got temperatures in the mid 80s again. And on Monday, it's a similar story. We're just going to kind of rinse and repeat here every day with conditions kind of shaping up the same each and every day in this extended forecast. Around the country, what's making headlines? It's heavy rain and flash flooding. In fact, monsoonal rains happening for portions of Arizona. That's continuing today and through this weekend. Also, I know you've heard about it, all eyes on the Atlantic for a potential development of what I'm calling twin hurricanes. Umberto already formed out in the Atlantic as a tropical depression. I am awaiting for Imelda to be named. I think that happens this weekend. Then we'll have two areas of low pressure spinning out in the warm waters of the Atlantic, gaining speed and gaining strength. And at this point, it does look like we are going to see some impacts from this, likely by next weekend on the East Coast. Perhaps the Carolinas is what some models are indicating, but stay tuned, still a long way away on that. However, two areas of concern out in the Atlantic that will likely work together to mean some impacts for landfall in the United States. We will keep a close eye on that through the weekend and have an update for you on Monday morning. All right, it's time for the Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather Brain Twister trivia question for the day. And the question yesterday was this: to qualify as a rainforest, does an area need more annual rain then sunshine. The options were A, yes, always, B, no, C, only in tropical regions, or D, only in temperate regions. To qualify as a rainforest, does an area need more annual rainfall than sunshine? The answer is no, it does not. In fact, a rainforest is defined by at least 250 centimeters, which equals 100 inches, of rain per year, regardless of the sunlight hours that that location receives. It's all about the amount of rainfall. And for the definition of a rainforest, it has to be 100 inches of rain. So if you guessed no, you are correct. All right, here's the trivia question for Monday. In India, what are johats and bodies used for in relation to rainwater? Do you think they're A, irrigation channels, B, rainwater reservoirs, C, rain gauges, or D, flood barriers? You can let me know your guess. That's at aroundtheozarks.com. I sure appreciate you starting off your Friday with me here at Around the Ozarks Wake Up Weather. I hope you have a great day and a fantastic weekend. The weather will be awesome. So get out and enjoy, soak up some sunshine. And I will be right back here with you next week, Monday morning, to chat with you about next week's forecast. Thanks so much to our sponsors, Command Family Medicine, Heating and Air Paramedics, The Trailer Ranch, Hewitt Messenger, and Taylor Grubaugh Chevrolet. Have a great one, everybody. We'll chat again next week.